All right, here we go. Welcome to September. So here we are doing an oracle, a September oracle for the air sign. So that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and this could be in your sun, moon, rising, or if you've just got like a ton of planets in an air sign and you're curious about that. But this is the energetic reading for September. So we'll dive right in. Today we are using these beautiful, colorful cards, the Prism Oracle, and give us a little rainbow energy. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, wow. They're very, 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 very poppy. Poppy, poppy. We've got three popped out. Let's see. I don't even know what colors they are. They are red. Oof. Anger. Okay. Here we go. Anger. Next one is love. Anger, love, and success. All very, these are shuffled, right? I'm just making sure. Yeah, they're shuffled. They're not in like rainbow order. But look at this. This is rainbow order. Interesting phenomenon here. Okay. Well, guys, if you've got earth sign as well, which that was just the reading I just posted, is also very red. So maybe September we're just doing some some groundwork, some root chakra work. But it's interesting because then love, that could be, I'm feeling like that's, obviously heart in the center here. Hmm. Well, I am kind of feeling like, first of all, accepting and loving yourself, even if you are going through some anger. I'm feeling like this might mean forgiveness on a certain, and then, oh, it's interesting because the back of my head is itchy, and this area back here is sometimes, I believe it's like the zeal point chakra, which in some studies can be seen as magenta, like back here. So I think that's actually kind of interesting that we've got this like fiery energy, this love energy, but then it's also magenta, which feels like I feel this part of my head kind of tingling, which, to be honest, I feel is very much like where wisdom comes through, like our uh the eyes in the back of the head. It's a very intuitive spot on the body. So right now that's being activated. So perhaps there's been a bit of soreness in the top of your neck and maybe creaky head. Just relaxing that space on the top of your head, maybe giving a little massage. Like I'm feeling like I need to do a little massage back here. Anger, as it moves up and through, wants to express. This is why we yell when we're angry. But if we are kind of shoving those emotions down back, like I'm imagining the anger is trying to come up and you're shoving it back down, that can actually get pent up in the throat chakra, giving us headaches. So I'm kind of seeing this energy as like just giving yourself a loving way to express this kind of pent up energy. It's very passionate. Perhaps you feel really righteous in your rage for something, something that doesn't, obviously we don't feel good when we're angry, but it does feel good to let it out. But giving yourself some space to let it out without causing harm to others. So giving yourself, maybe you need to remove yourself, go into the woods, bang some sticks around, like let it out in a healthy way where other people won't get hurt. And then I also see all of this is paired with success, which is an interesting card. That's like, I see this as, you've gone through the big stormy anger storm, came out the other side where gave yourself a little bit of forgiveness and understanding that you're just a human being and you're going to have these crazy feelings, and to allow yourself space to feel them, and then actually like coming out the other side with this rainbow. And this is an interesting September I'm getting. Wow. Big energy September. And again, like I said, if you've got Earth in your chart, this is kind of you should check that reading out, because we just kind of went over some of this. And I don't reuse the cards from the readings. I reshuffle and put them all back. So this is fresh. So this is really just coming out for September. Off camera, so that I could actually do the bit of research, I pulled a wind card. And this is my little lovely wind oracle bag. These are wind spirit cards. But because I don't know enough about all of the different kinds of wind and the mythology around them all, I pulled this right before doing filming. And we got the cardinal wind called, why doesn't it want to focus? Anyway, South Nautis. So I was looking that up, and you can also, do your own research around this, but this was the god of the south wind, and it was associated with the storms of late summer and early autumn. And so it was attributed to, wet weather, stormy weather, a rain bringer. And it doesn't seem like, Nautis didn't really have a story of his own, but it was associated in different stories. I guess there was something called the Tower of the Winds. Yeah, there's lots of information out there on these different things. But anyway, he was associated, or wind is not very gender. They were associated with the hot, wet storms of late summer. And so that kind of makes sense with all this going on. But then this brought rain, which is soothing to these different things. And so that's kind of why I'm seeing this together. This, the light at the end of the tunnel, the rainbow at the end of the storm, this soothing rain that comes, at the end of summer. And so I feel like there is a lot of energy here of cooling down some of this, honestly, some pent up rage going on, which is, we all have big emotions to express. And if you feel like you have been compartmentalizing or not really giving yourself any space to yourself, it's time. It's time to give yourself a little bit of time and some space to, do some of this, like releasing in a good, healthy way that honestly you can just like a volcano, let it out, and it'll revitalize the soil all around you so that you can grow again, right? So we're going to pull a starseed oracle for this September for air sign. Oh, wow. Okay. Surrender to the sweetness. Surrender to the sweetness. And I'm really feeling like paired with these other things, the anger, love, success, the south wind that brings the cooling rain. This is like coming back. If you've lost your center for a little bit, don't freak out. It's normal. Just come back. Come back to the sweetness. Come back to what actually fills you with beauty. Down here at the bottom, I know it's probably hard to read, but it says Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. Like, it's interesting because anger in society is often seen as like bad, but honestly it really just is energy. And when you give yourself room to express it, it's fiercely passionate. It knows exactly, it just wants to like come out. And what's interesting is that if you actually channel the energy into something passionate, then you can use it and bring more life into your life. And I actually see this as like breathing life into your life. And that one of the reasons that we get angry is when our life around us isn't isn't helping us, like feel good. Like we're not happy. Obviously, for some reason, there's something that we're not getting, there's a need that's not being met. There's something that is just not working. It's frustrating, but the more that we actually breathe our our life into our life, and I know that's kind of confusing. I want to make that a bit more grounded. Ah, when we actually use our conscious breath, and by that I mean we're breathing all the time, but if you really sit with the breath and you bring in source energy with your breath, that mingles with your energy. It's you. You are source. And then you're breathing source back out into your life. That's where magic can really happen. That's when your world really becomes alive and it starts to talk to you. And, we start living in a world where we have, reflections of consciousness back at us where, like I love doing this personally, like with my crystals and things where, breathe your love into it. And then this, your crystals begin kind of talking to you and telling you things that would help you, heal in some way, or perhaps it would give you a suggestion on how to move the anger up and out, all the while still loving yourself. And then that defaults to that's success right there. You just did some heavy lifting and, it didn't burn you out. In fact, it filled you up with love and life. So that is what I'm feeling with this is like breathing more of your life into your surroundings and actually just magic up your life. And perhaps the anger is coming from the lack of you seeing the magic in your life. So, and if you don't relate to this, well, then perhaps you've got some other energy that is really deeply big and passionate, or perhaps there has been anger angled at you. Perhaps you've been feeling anger from others. And in that case, um, again, it's not yours. Come back into your love, into your center, into your heart space. Because if anger is coming at you from some direction, it's really, really time for you to find your space where you can just kind of rejuvenate yourself, alone, away from that, whatever it is. See how much space and distance there is from these two people. Like, give yourself a little bit of space, maybe even like with the love, like specifically maybe from like loved ones that you've just had a bit too much time with. Perhaps you need to take a little time away. This is the permission slip to have a relaxing vacation of some kind, even if it's just an hour in the tub or in the shower. Like, give yourself a little bit of space away so that you can come back home to your center. So, September seems like it's going to be a month where that's going to be really needed. Time to, make room for yourself to come back. Yeah, that's going to be really essential. And I feel like it would be nice to pull one more card, but I'm not sure what, what, what. What? Let's go ahead and pull you an herb because I'm feeling like that is that just feels right. I don't have a reason. Just feels right. Let's get an herb going. Okay. So one of them is oats. And I'm not going to do a lot of reading from the book this time, but oats is coming back into balance. It's a very strong, it's a grain that holds a lot of nutrients for us. And so, but yeah, this is coming back into balance. But then it's also paired with elderberry. And elderberry, oh, I didn't read the top here. It says just be. Allow yourself to just be. Like simply honoring the fact that you exist, and that's enough. That's plenty. You exist. That's incredibly special. I'm very happy that you exist. So, coming back into balance with just the simple fact that you exist and just breathing in the simplicity of that. You don't have to do anything to exist, you just do. And then this one, elderberry, which I love elderberry. This is actually the time where elderberries are in season. All of these berries are ripe and ready to be made into the most delicious elderberry syrup, which is incredibly awesome for your immune system to go into wintertime. Like it's great to take it as a preventative where it helps restore the body, get it really strong. And then moving into winter where, our immune systems could use a little support, that's already in there. So to start taking some elderberry syrup. And it says up here at the top, cyclically. And I love how there are berry, like nothing, winter, the bare bones of the tree, and then flowers, and then berries. And so it's like honoring that cycle. And so I'm feeling like these two things paired with all of this, that we had this like kind of fiery, passionate, fierce. It's like loving, but then also the anger. It's just so interesting to have love paired with anger. So that's some passion right there. But taking a little time to come back into balance, moving with the flow of your cycles, knowing when it's time to release it all and when to harvest, and when to just be. So that is the September reading. I suppose to really sum that up, I would say this energy may provoke some feelings, or you may feel like it's time to release some things that have been pent up, and just seriously give yourself the love and compassion to move them on through. What a fiery September so far. Let's move on to the next reading. Well, let's see what earth, air, fire. Let's find out what September has for fire. All right. See you soon.